today's video will be very short as I'm going on holidays tomorrow and I want to still update you on my trades. So we have only 3 trading days currently, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. However, today I kinda escaped from the trade very much immediately, and still I am fighting psychologically with placing the trades. I think the main reason is that I was in double drawdown already and I kinda cannot surpass the level of $50,300 to get to the profits. And as you remember at the evaluation account, I went immediately straight up with my profits. So I had got this buffer, which I'm all the time saying, and now I still don't have the buffer after, to be honest, almost 2 months. So that's not great. And also we're having the end of the month. So as you can already guess, the week is already on the minus. Just minus $56, but let's see how it will go. I'm not sure if I will place any more trades, but if I will update you next week. But let's jump to Tradezilla and see what have I done. So here we are having Tradezilla as always, and as you know, I already placed the date range from 27th of July till the 30th of July, and we can see that I'm on the minus $56 currently. I'm like, it's still Wednesday. I will see if I will place any new trades when I will be traveling. I placed 5 trades, 3 were losers, 2 were winners, so not too great, but actually like 2 of them were break even. And then as you remember, I was telling you about me being on 2 drawdowns on this account. So when I will cancel this date range, we will see that since the opening of this account, I was on plus, then I was on quite a drawdown, then I was on plus, then I was again on a drawdown, and I'm on a plus, and then I'm getting back to break even, which is not great. And as I was telling you, there is this level of $400 on plus, which kinda I cannot break, and it's very hard for me. And mentally, it's very, very exhausting to see that kind of fixed number that it's literally a ceiling for me and I cannot break it. Also, I'm feeling a lot of pressure currently with trading as I am just now going back home to see my family, and I know that there will be comments, what the hell am I doing with trading? How is it going? Why am I still not profiting? And well, you need to be patient. So that's pretty much a lot of stress from the family side, as well as because of that ceiling, I am now currently very, very scared of holding any trade, even that I'm placing my stop loss at some level. I am literally panicking to not get to another drawdown like this. So I'm protecting my capital as much as possible. And when we'll go back now to the calendar, we'll see that Monday was pretty good, Tuesday not so well, and today I ended up on the break even. And another very important thing that impacted my trades this week was that actually today, so on Wednesday, we're having the Fed interest rate decision as well as FOMC conference, and those 2 meetings are very important, and very often before them we are having a consolidation in the market, and this is literally what happened to me. So Monday wasn't so bad with consolidation. As we can see, I placed 1 trade on Japanese yen. However, on Tuesday, even though that I was thinking I should not trade, you will see in what kind of consolidation I got in. But let's jump first on the Monday trade, so Japanese yen. So maybe as I was telling you before, I realized that at 7-8 a.m. when the Asian stock market is closing, the Japanese yen is reversing its position, and if it was going up, it's going down, and that 7 and 8 a.m. candles are the most important candles at the beginning of my day. And we can see that the 7 a.m. candle here broke my trend line of 3 touch points, and I really loved that trade at the beginning. And then afterwards I entered on the retest. However, the price pushed through that trend line and went even higher, however didn't cross my red safety line. So at the end, like, it pushed further down and I was pretty happy with that, and I was holding. My take profit was at the yellow support and resistance line. However, then around 12 and 1 the price completely reversed, almost touched my safety line, and then it started to go down. And if we will zoom in, we will see that that candle opened pretty low. However, the price started to trace back and making another pullback. So at that moment I was thinking, no, like, the price actually it's reversing, it will create a new pullback and it will just go long. And I was so mistaken, because later the day, as you can see, the price at the end hit my take profit. Probably I would exit around this level, as I'm not holding over the night, but it still would be better profits than just $80. So here we can see the first psychological problem, that instead of like placing the stop loss on the other side of the pullback and just having a double confirmation of the exit, I just exited randomly because it was 3 p.m. the New York session opened, and I really don't like New York session because it's so volatile and the price is going to different directions very randomly. So I got scared and I escaped. Again, I got scared. And as I was mentioning you, probably the effect is of those free pullbacks. Then on Tuesday, we're having 3 trades, and 2 of them were on gold and 1 was at Japanese yen again. And unfortunately, the first one that I placed, I got scared again. I escaped from the trade. When we'll look at it, we can see at the charts that I placed the trade where's the green arrow. However, I placed it before the price went above the support resistance zone. And after, I think, 10-15 minutes, I decided, like, no, like, this looks like a consolidation. I prefer to maybe enter later, and I got out with minus $20. And after a couple of hours, I think actually 2 hours, I re-entered when the price literally pushed through the support resistance zone. And I entered here, and then, as you can see, a consolidation again. We're going up, no, we're going down, we're going to break even, we're going down. And here the price actually crossed my safety line. My initial stop loss was, I think, somewhere around this level. I was allowing those 2 wicks to be on the other side of my stop loss. However, when that made a push and then the price came back, I decided to place my stop loss, and again, very stupidly, instead of on the other side of the pullback, I placed it here. As you can see, just on the other side of the safety line. And if I would keep it on the other side of the pullback, both of the wicks would not kick me out and I would still be in some profits. Very small profits, but still it's better than the loss. And I think the loss here, it's minus $106, which at total it's $126 on minus on gold. And the last trade that I placed on Tuesday was on Japanese yen again, and it was actually in the evening. I was pre-planning that trade the day before, and I was expecting that, as you can see, there is a very steep red thick trend line which was having 5, 6, and then the price broke at 3 a.m. and then afterwards it came back. But still, I was expecting actually that the price will get to our round number of $0.068. And here was my take profit. Unfortunately, because I entered very late, it was 4 p.m. already for me, I got scared a bit that we're in consolidation and I didn't let the price to play out. And also, as I was saying, I'm not holding over the night as I am with the prop firm, and with the prop firm I cannot unfortunately stay overnight. So I literally got out with $6 of loss. Again, got scared. Literally, this week was full of just scary trades and panicking and escaping not to just lose the profits. And the last trade of the week, so actually Wednesday, today is again Japanese yen. However, this time as I was saying, escaped almost immediately. Now we'll go to the charts, we will see that I missed on quite a move, and I'm a bit sad and also a bit fitting FOMO. And the way of thinking was pretty good, because the price after the big drop down through weeks, I would say, then it went back up. And as you remember from the Tuesday trade, I was placing the trade here, and then overnight actually it would hit my take profit on 0.0068 level, and then it was trying to cross that level a couple of times, and that's why I decided that probably it will not go through that level and it will reverse back to hit another support resistant line, which was here. And I was pretty much right, just I panicked. And I entered on the break of that support resistant line, which was actually based on those 2 points, so it wasn't so accurate. It would be better if it would be here, but still, like, even with that point B, we can see that the price crossed that trend line. However, as I'm saying, got scared and I exit. And maybe that's good, because my stop loss would be somewhere around this level. So probably the wick would kick me out, because it's on the other side of the safety line and on the other side of support resistance line. And I would probably be already out. However, on my paper trading account, I entered the trade again on that candle when it crossed again the action line, and then I hold through, and my safety line was here, and I would be able to actually hold the trade. However, because again I was kind of in a consolidation, and the previous price action also looks like a consolidation, when the price actually crossed that line, so my entrance was on kind of same level, around that level with $32 of profit, I exit, as I started to be scared of losing money even on the paper trading, and I didn't profit at all on that move. And my take profit at that paper trade was around this level. As we can see, like here, it's another support resistant level made by those wicks. So still, it would be way better than $35, but oh well, tomorrow is another day and another opportunity in the markets. So something that I definitely need to work on in August is to not be so scared of those drawdowns. They are part of the game, and still I need to keep my capital safe. However, I need to allow the price to move, otherwise I am going literally nowhere, because I'm not letting the good trades actually to play out. And as you saw, there were like a lot of good trades, and I just exited because I got scared. So that's not great. There are some things to work on still, and this is a very long journey. And as I'm always saying, patience is the key. It still might take me a half a year to be fully profitable, maybe a year, maybe even 2 years, but I am not giving up. So I hope you enjoyed this very short video, and if you want to discover more, check that psychology video of the June here. See ya! Bye!